No, I want us to really get a clear understanding. Hey, welcome to the Very Opinionated Show. This is the J that I am, and with my good friend Charles the Man Carter. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to get back into because we was off camera talking about DEI, and we'll be right back. We are back here live. I'm your host, Jay, there I am. Before we get started, we're going to pay some bills. This views and expression of this podcast are informational purpose only and do not constitute professional advice. Opinions are personal to the speaker and may not reflect those affiliated with this organization. Listener discretion is advised, and we encourage independent research. This podcast is not substitution for professional consultation. Now, Brother Carter, let me get an understanding on this DEI without try to understand it, because someone try to explain it to me in a sense where and who it benefit, and it's like they start, like you said earlier, with white American women, and then they work their way on down to Black America. And I think my really like issue with it is why start there and end with us when you have people that is not from here will get it first before Black Americans. So to me, it sounds like bullshit. That's what it sounds like.
Well,
and that was to appease Black folks to say, hey, we're gonna make sure we hire you, but you got us last on the list, and you got LGB before us. So I'm not understanding that.
Well, welcome to America. Hey, look, that was initially okay. Let's go back in time. Okay, right. So 1865. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves on paper.
Right.
Okay. That's all it was. You were free, but you still didn't have no rights. You couldn't vote. You were screwed over, right?
Right.
Okay. Then you had the Klan running rampant, killing people and dragging them out of the house. And you still had government. So you free from 1865 all the way up to 1960s. And when Martin Luther King, started marching and peaceful civil rights, fighting for civil rights, which remember in Trump first administration, I think they wiped out affirmative action. Clarence Thomas them did that. You don't remember that?
I kind of vaguely remember it.
Yeah. So what Biden did with executive order when he got in, it's called DEI. It's basically the same as before the Civil Rights Bill.
Right, okay?
Right. Well, he implemented. Biden did it brought it back with executive order. So initially, the bill was created. The Civil Rights Bill, now alias DEI, same thing. The bill was created for Blacks because we was the one marching. So it's kind of like if you're on a ship fishing for shrimp and you throw a net out, everything else gonna get caught up in there. Mexicans, white women, LGBT. But it was initially started out the fisherman looking for, he's trying to catch shrimp. So
okay,
it was designed for us because we the one in the
right.
protesting. and die.
Right. So we doing the leg work, but not getting credit for the leg work, and other individuals benefiting. For those who not here and come here, they benefit more, but we did the leg work. Now, to me, uh, that's not a good sound and picture for me. In a sense of, it's like
Welcome to
someone is
Opinionated.
working, you working, but you not getting paid, but somebody else getting paid because you doing all the work.
Well, I'm gonna say it again. Welcome to America. Okay.
Well,
Look,
they said make America great. I don't think, man, it was never great. So we
hey,
can't even get to that point of saying greatness because it never was great.
look, man. Let's go back again in time. The Europeans that come to this country and stuck a flag in the ground and said that we conquer this and we call it America. You already had Africans and Native Americans and whoever else was here, right?
Right.
But a lot of people say, well, when the Europeans said we discovered America, he's not talking about what you're talking about. We know it was other people here. He's talking about he discovered it for the country he come from.
Right.
Right. So what happened? So the founding fathers of Europeans, after they founded the country, they had 13 colonies. Now they come up with laws. So they were breaking away. Look, I'm going back because we're going to come up to where we're at now. So look,
Right.
they come up with laws. They fled England under the king rule of freedom of religion and paying taxes. They economy was farming and ranching. We didn't have the industrial revolution.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they were fleeing that. So when they come here, Washington and them, when they first started out, they brought the same concept. They wanted to still be like under the king. Only the wealthy here that own land could participate in democracy and vote. So they had a falling out about that. I think it might have been Jefferson and them. I don't know who it was verbatim, but they fell out and said, "Hey, whoa, we left England for this. No, we can't do that." So they wanted to just, if you didn't own property, white people, you couldn't vote. Wow. So they thought about that, okay?
Right.
Now watch this. This is what get me. So we moving on forward. So they wrote a constitution. Okay, that's the laws of the land. This is the preamble. This is what we're going to live by. We set up a court system, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people don't know why you have the electoral college, how that was devised. I get a lot of people ask me, I don't understand how that worked. But anyway, so they come up with a constitution. So we slaves, we're not included in that. Okay? No rights, right? So then you come up to 1865, Abraham Lincoln frees us, and he said, I'm gonna give y'all 40 acres and a mule. But back in 1861, he signed a Homestead Act, giving white people 180 acres of land as a family. If you're rancher, you get 600. If you're a farmer, you get 300 when they ran the Indians out. Now I'm looking at this. Whoa, wait a minute. We worked 400 years our butt off, and you giving us 40 acres, and you giving them, you understand what I'm saying, right? But we never got the 40 acres. We never got
it. And reason why I know we ain't got it, and God rest my grandfather soul, that was one of the statements he made to my dad. He said duped out of, I think it was about 15 acres. And it was a promise that the guy he was working for, 15 acres, somewhere north of Houston.
You're going back down your lineage to when it was a slave and got free, supposedly.
Right, and it was a promise. It was a promise. My granddad worked his I guess farm or plantation, whatever you want to call it, and it was promising. Back then, handshake. Everybody said that was good enough, but when he passed, the owner passed. The son did not honor what the
Well,
my to my grandfather, and he, well, ain't no paperwork, and of course, never got to 15 acres. So,
well,
and
I'm gonna add to that. All you got to do is ask the Native Americans. You know what they said? America has never honored one contract that they did with us. So that's the answer to that right there.
well, there you go.
They
Yeah,
never.
yeah.
They said they never honored one. Okay, so this what get me. So they create the Constitution, and mind you, now you're a slave. You can't go to school. If the master wife or the kid teaches you to read, he beat the hell out of her and beat you too, right? Okay. Then you worshiping. He established his church. Come from that. He wouldn't even let you go to the
Uh-oh.
church. He wouldn't let
Oh
you go to.
Lord.
Yeah, now you know
But
what
you got to
get me?
read his Bible. But you got to read his Bible.
You got to read it that when they did, right? So you know what get me? They talking about now. I saw this governor of Oklahoma talking about putting the Lord's Prayer in the schools,
Right.
and
I seen that. Yeah.
this is my thing right here. Give me a effing break. Look, you talking about God in the school. You was going to school in the 13 colonies. You had us enslavement whooping my behind, and you knew God then. And what was you doing? Get out of my face with that, man. I mean, I'm getting irritated even talking about it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And you
And
got these
and
black
it
folks
and it,
running
and
around
it
there.
can. And especially when that you had family members had to deal with it. Like I said, man, every time, I bring up because my mom from Mississippi, my dad from Rogers, Texas. And them are two racist state to the core. And we talking about in the
It still
30s.
is.
And still is. We talking about from the 30s up to now, 2025. And it's like, are we progressing? To me, it looked like we have not. We just accumulated some things. They allow us to buy homes and cars and
You know,
open up bank accounts and stuff like that. And to me, it's like, well, look, we doing this for you. Shut your ass up and keep it moving.
yeah. Well, look,
And
I see some progress, and I'm gonna tell you why. I see it. Okay, they broke down the barriers and integrated the school. You have black and white school, right?
right,
You couldn't vote, right? So if nothing else came out of the civil rights
right,
bill with white people, see, this is what I get mad at black folks. They are pitching that same pitch about the Bible needs to be in the school. Negro, the Bible was in the school, what they were teaching and when they were whooping your butt. So this man don't care about no
exactly,
God, man. Really? Okay. So what did they do? So they integrated the school with us. They gave us a different school. They gave you a different church.
right.
They gave you a different water fountain. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. Oh, something ain't right with this picture. But you keep putting God in the picture in my face, right?
Right,
I'm
but you got to keep voting too. I don't get that. Why we keep voting?
yeah, well,
Nah, somebody got to answer that one.
and now with the age of technology, look, they found out this guy that work elections, Brazil, everywhere, white guy. Trump them purged over 3 million black votes in Wisconsin, Michigan, and them states. What did the man say? The man said right when Trump won, right afterward, he said something is fishy about this. In Nevada, a Democratic senator won, but Trump won the state. In Arizona, his girl, Carrie Lake, was his girl, ran twice. She lost to a Hispanic guy, but Trump won Arizona. He won Michigan and lost the Senate. Now, this man come back after that with data. He went to after the facts had come in to vote, he went to every court or whatever, and he got the data on it. They purged over 3 million. Kamala beat his ass.
Wow. Yeah, you sure right. I remember seeing that.
Hey, now, like I said, back to what we were saying. So this is what's so about this stuff. So they create a constitution with no other race in mind, but as time will have it, now you got to honor the Constitution. When you gave equal rights to people, you got to honor the Constitution and say, let us vote. One vote, one man. And you got a free speech, all that gun amendment, all that. It applies up, but that wasn't in the plan.
Right.
So now I want you to answer this. Trump got in office. He just deleted all the database on police's law enforcement in the federal police. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Who is federal police? Custom, Homeland Security, FBI, CIA. Look here. Watch this now. Watch this. What's the one that the guns and the one do ammunition, alcohol, USA? Look here. Now watch
FDA,
this. Now watch
FDA,
this.
the ATF. I mean,
I asked Felicia this. Watch this. What race of people would the federal laws affect more than any of us? State laws affect us more.
Right.
Custom affects who? Mexican. Immigration law, police, Mexicans. You get what I'm saying, right?
Right.
The federal government don't intrude in state affairs, right? We run it out here, Highway Patrol and Harris County Police and Harris County Sheriff. That's who you deal with in the state. But that federal stuff, that immigration dealing with illegal alien, they giving them free right to go in there and kick their ass. And what they doing is all the database, they had over 4,000, 5,000 police brutalities. All that's gone. You could have been a police that got fired from a job now. You got a clean slate. You can go to any city. Ain't no background.
Wow. Yeah. You're right. That's just, I just believe that's the time we're living in. And, we got to be due diligent. But I like I told you the other, I said, man, look, I just choose. It's my choice. I choose not to participate any longer. I no longer want to participate. It's like you knowingly and willingly that your friend fit to do wrong, but you're going to go with him anyway. Like, no, I don't want to be a part of that. So it's like
you're talking about voting, right?
Right. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 50. I'm 57 years old. I'm like, I don't want to participate in the sense of, because it's like, okay, I'm voting, but then what? It's like, it's a proven fact that you disregard the public vote. Don't give a shit. Because you already got it in your, already know who's going to win and how you're going to do it anyway. I think it is all just a show to just show the public that, look, we're going through the process, so you can't say anything, or you can't come back and say, well, we didn't do it the way as is written in stone in our books that, we vote. But to me, man, I've been in a lot of elections, and what they say out of their mouth don't even match up with what they have said that they was going to do. So, to me,
but you got to know politics. Look. When a person is on the stump running for mayor of a city, local, state, representative, senate,
right,
and federal, look, the mayor can't pass nothing without who? City council.
Right.
So when he's sitting up there telling you all that, now the mayor got executive powers and the governor got executive powers just like the president. So what I'm saying is, when they sitting up there telling you what all they gonna do, you got to go through the council, then you got to go through the House of Representatives and Senate in Austin, then you got to go to, if you're running for federal office, it's the same shit.
Right.
So the way I look at politics now is this, man. And I do. I look at trailblazers like Maxine Waters, Sharpton them, even though they get a lot of negative criticism. But look, man, look. What I see is this: Sharpton them and all them people come to John Lewis. They was doing the civil rights march. We couldn't vote. We couldn't go to school with them. None of that. So they broke that barrier down. And the party that did it, this is why I do, not affecting you. You gave me your reason, and that's a legitimate reason. Okay, so the party got us civil rights. Now, my thing is, you got to vote for whatever level of income or status of life that you are. What party caters to that? I'm gonna give you a prime example.
Okay.
I'm a retired firefighter. We union. Republicans are pro-union. I mean, against unions, and all Mexican and white boys in the fire department vote for them. But wait a minute. You heard what I just said? Look,
right.
Look, the federal firefighters and police bagged Trump, and they regretting the shit. Look, man. So why are you?
Why they regretting it?
It's racism.
Because that's who they vote. But that's who they voted for.
They couldn't vote for this woman, black woman. Okay, so, but back to what I was saying. Okay, look, if it wasn't for the Democratic Party, housing, food stamps, SNAP programs, that party catered. Look, the only billionaires, you got 800 billionaires. You got black, LeBron James, Oprah, Rihanna.
MJ.
Okay.
Yeah, Rihanna. Yeah.
Okay, 6. So I researched it by 10, 11 Latinos. Okay, subtract that from 730, and you got 710 white billionaires. So what am I saying? Okay, look.
Right.
Okay. So first of all, you got to first understand, me and you already saying the progression of our race hasn't really moved that much. Now I see incidents. I had a conversation with this Indian on when I was at work one day in the break room, and he said something, and he said something about blacks, and I must have told into him, look, you got about 30,000 black doctors in here. I told him. The Indians here, supposedly, according to the record, they got 29 or 30,000 in the United States. Then right. I said, you got black mayors. You'll be surprised. I see little towns in Georgia. I went to the Botanical Beach with my wife, and they got a black mayor there. All over, we got black mayors, man. Louisiana everywhere. So what I'm saying, they will not show you that. Look, number 2, all the inventions.
Well,
did you ever look at that white? You look at that white guy said you were telling about black inventions. That he went to penitentiary. Look, man, all the inventions and the thing that we do. 2 little black girls solved some calculus stuff that nobody else could, and they was in high school. You don't never heard that.
Well, of course, then you're not going to hear that. We know who controlled the media as well. So, it's sometimes, man, I have to say it. Well, again, my question: are we progressing? You said yes. I'm saying we like, man, a snail. Because you still got it's really no catching up because you got ahead of 400 year. Matter of fact, a 450 year gap. You got 400 year, we at a standstill. 50 years, you're moving like a turtle.
Okay,
the next 50 years, because it's like 500 years now. I mean, it's like we getting there. It's like, but we nowhere near.
Look, how you gonna run something, man? I just told you got 700 billionaires. Okay, look, man. Okay, do the math, man. See, do the math. Okay. If you go to Mexico and live there, wouldn't you be a minority?
Well, yeah.
Okay, if you went to Finland, would you be a minority? When
Yep.
a white man go to Africa, he's a minority. South Africa, they were ruling it at a certain percent. They got that overthrown, and he's a
Right.
minority there. They might. You remember Trump talking about now that black president of South Africa is passing a
Right.
law about to giving back land to the people that they took it from. Trump talking about the
Right.
only immigrants. Look, he gonna run the Mexicans off who work every day. He talking about letting South Africans come here. The only immigrants come here. So what I'm getting at is this. This is my opinion. This pie in the sky and this theory that you gonna ever catch up, it ain't happening, in my opinion. I just gave you
Right.
the facts. You're a
Right.
minority in this country, man. If you
Right.
try to
Right.
throw a revolution, you're gonna get wiped out.
Ooh, man.
Hey, so what I'm saying is,
Man.
so what I'm getting you to see, you saying the progression, you don't have no power, man. Look.
Man.
I mean, be realistic.
Well, we don't. We don't. Honestly, we don't.
Hey,
I
look, man. Look, they own the courts, man. They own the
yeah.
courts.
Well, that's why I say they, it's man, man, it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, man, because you
But
have
it
to
is
say,
what it,
man,
it is what it is, Rev.
it
Hey,
is what it is.
look. This what you tell. This what I always told the kids. Look, you're in a white man society. Okay, only thing you can do is get on the road and get the best that you can get out and pass it on to your kids to do the same thing.
And well, yeah.
They own law enforcement, military. They own school, all the banks. What do you own? So what I'm getting at you talking about the progression ain't gonna happen, cuz.
It ain't gonna happen.
When you do put the facts together, look at the facts. 700
Yeah.
billion now, and I'm looking up at the TV right now. The Rockets playing and Milwaukee, and 95% of the team is black. That's the only thing we making money in. It's entertainment.
In entertainment, and everyone that you named them is all in the entertainment business, and the
Oprah,
billionaire paid them.
hey,
Right.
Oprah, Jay-Z, they entertaining. You understand what I'm
Entertainers.
saying?
Every last one of them entertainers.
So that's what I'm saying. So look,
So
when you go
so
out,
we Samboing, we Samboing our way to the bank, huh?
yeah. Look. You know the guy that owned you know the guy that owned the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I see. On Sunday mornings at 7:00, turn the TV on Fox 26. They got a round table where they discuss state, local, and federal. I mean, state, local, federal issues. Well,
Right.
he be on there night. He be on there night. So look, he owned 2 or 3 business. Watch what happened. When COVID came, he got on there and said, man, if it wasn't for that COVID money, he was going under. Even though you sitting there looking at him, we pull up to the bit. Oh man, shit, he got it going on. You see, got 2 or 3 businesses. You don't know the inner workings of that stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah. Look, every time you look around, there's Shaq on TV.
Making that money.
Yeah. So my point being, like I said, I always use this is my opinion. It ain't gonna happen, man. You don't have no power. Look, these people still discriminating for you living in the neighborhood next to them. If you think about it, look on YouTube, these Karens and stuff running up there. I remember the boy played with the New York Jets, got a podcast. In his community, they didn't want to let him in, and he lived there. Upscale neighborhood. So
right.
Look, racism ain't going nowhere. They just wearing a suit now. Back then,
man,
you get my point.
Of course, back then it wasn't just wide open, and they was bluntly doing it to your face. That's saying that I asked my mom. I said, one of the questions I asked, I said, Mama, y'all just let them people do that to y'all? Oh, of course, that was a lesson at that moment. She said, son, if you wanted to live, you shut your mouth.
Oh, I heard
you don't say nothing.
I heard all the time. Man, they ain't gonna take that. You was a damn lie. Hey, you done took it or died.
Exactly. That's what she was like. Either she said one thing you have to do, she said, in order for you to live, you just have to shut. We had to shut our mouth, so
Man,
we didn't say nothing. We just took it. So that
I,
was, that- that you know the story, man. You come from East Texas and
I,
all that
I
stuff, man.
live, I come on the end of it, man. But look, man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. And I don't bite my tongue saying it. Majority of white folks are some hateful people, man. They don't
Yeah.
want to share power. What I don't get, and I've asked white people is, why do you hate me so much when I worked for you 400 years? When I fed your babies, when your mom and daddy was sick, I took care of them. Why you hate me so much?
Well,
Look, they are
that's a
hate.
good question.
No,
And
did you know this? Did you know this? All your African countries are siding with Putin.
wow, now that I didn't know.
All of them. They done formed this called BRIC.
Now
Look.
that I heard brick,
Hey,
yeah.
Africa,
South America.
all of them, all of them is siding with all them countries is going to Putin. Now, if you do the math on it, when colonialism was in Africa, it was the Dutch, England, and America did us. Put
Right.
Russian wasn't in Africa, was it?
No, there wasn't.
You know what I said, right?
Right.
Yeah, so yeah. So them guys be saying that America want to screw. Look, China is spending billions of dollars in Africa, like power plants, infrastructure, and
Right.
guess what the man said? The white historian said they had a white press agent from America. I want to know why Africa is getting all these ports built into their country. And the Greek guy was Greek. He said, "What's wrong with that?" And he said, "Look, you don't understand. China is building all these." This is what the man said. China is not, Africa is not paying them to do this. China has not installed its military in them countries.
Wow.
This is the payback. Okay, he got to be getting something. Look,
Exactly. Yeah.
who's leading on electric cars? China.
Well, right,
China.
right. Which it is. Yeah.
Okay, guess what they're getting from Africa? Lithium.
Right. That's why I
Look,
was
they
going to
said
say the other one, but
Musk trying to go to this planet for lithium because Africa is done put up the shield again. Look, man,
right.
Google is when you get off the phone. The richest country in the world, Africa by far had, after all the raping and pillage that has been done from
Exactly.
European, it still got more minerals in it than any country.
Well, because that was the motherland.
That's it, right?
And it reproduces what you steal from it.
That's it.
But and that's just showing that how powerful the nature of God is to replenish that stuff. And like you said, after all that raping and robbing, stripping the land of folks and claiming it for yours, and God still make the land prosper and people still. And now you have that general. I can't remember his name, but he's a young looking cat. Hey, that cat ain't no
Hey,
joke, man.
oh, you talking about
He's not
you talking about in a Faso? That's who it is.
right. Yeah, man.
What
Yeah, that cat,
Obama Faso or something?
something like that.
I got it.
It-
Wear that hat, green beret hat.
right. He's man, he hard.
Oh well, look.
I
He kicked France out, and he fucked their economy up. They were getting France done got trillions of dollars out of there, man.
yeah, but
So
not no more.
no. Hey, man, but you know the thing about it is, like I said, man, that it's just a person. Jay-Z explained it about Donald Trump. We had worked in progress to put a bandage on racism. He done snatched it off.
Wow.
Is that a good analogy?
He snatched. You know that hurts when you snatch it off.
Hey,
He
you
ain't peeled it off.
was that a
He
good analogy?
snatched it off.
Was
That's a
that a
good
good analogy?
analogy. That's a
Hey,
good
hey,
analogy.
look. White
Well, because
people.
it makes the ones that don't have no good sense, some of the ones that don't have good sense, by him snatching it off, it riled them ignorant people up.
Yes,
Because I believe it's still some, it's some decent folks out there.
it's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and they not really, with all of that. But at the same time, I mean, of course, they benefiting from, them being white, because they get breaks. We
It's
don't get
privilege.
breaks. Yeah, we don't get those privileged breaks.
But you know, see, that's what get me. This what get me. Trump just come out today said we living in a meritocracy. You know what that means? Meritocracy. What that mean? It's based on merits. That's what that DEI kept talking about. If you get something, it should be on your merit. Motherfucker, you was a DEI. That man dumb as a
Well,
rock, man. Hey,
man,
he ain't nothing but an Al Capone. Hey, but I didn't mean to
yeah,
cuss, man, for scratch that. But anyway, hey,
no, you
but,
good, you good, you
but
good.
like I said, man, the thing about that is, uh, so these people say, well, black people, well, Donald Trump is not Jesse P. Look, man, look, don't nobody have to call you the N word. Just look at his actions. He's doing away with all the black holidays, doing away with DEI. You understand what I'm talking about? Look,
Right, right.
look, all the civil rights stuff he's doing away with.
Yeah, then I'm not understanding why he would try to get rid of a 1964 Civil Rights
Wait a
Act
minute. Did you say
on
you
certain.
didn't? Did you say you didn't understand? And he's a
I
grand
mean,
jury.
I'm just trying to. Well, I mean, you're trying to get rid. Look,
Hey,
look. I mean, okay, I understand the DI. You get rid of certain stuff, but why would you try to do that particular act, which would cover a broad? It's got a lot of things under that umbrella,
in my
and
opinion,
include and including people too.
he's a
That's just
Klansman,
crazy.
man. In my
Well,
opinion,
yeah, it's
Donald
in his
Trump is a
blood.
Klansman.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's in his blood.
yeah, but you don't have people working around him. Alma Rosen them done heard him say the N word, but you know everything you asked him about. And look, man, look. Every race has prejudice, but if
Exactly.
you can't control your prejudice out in the public, you got a problem.
Exactly. Now that's golden right there.
Yeah, you and they
Because
can't do it.
you show right. You show right. Because just imagine blacks stop controlling their prejudice. You get what I'm saying? It would be more bloodshed. I'm talking about even from the Iranian Middle Eastern side to the Chinese side. I mean, like really just be out of control with it. And I guess now here you go. Now we fit flip the script. Now I guess religion plays a part in that, of the fear tactic that they use when you in religiosity, or per se your spirituality, to keep you from losing control by striking fear in you. But I'm trying to figure out, some don't have no fear. They just
Well, look, man,
abuse
this
people.
this this what they do now. They'll call you an N word in a minute now. They used to do that.
Exactly.
Why? Because he done gave him the green light.
Boy, but he didn't get a green light to maybe some people get damaged and
Hey,
hurt.
watch this. Trump said all policemen should have immunity. Look, who
I say
who
that.
who is doing the blue collar crime? Blacks and Mexicans. You understand? I'm talking
Right.
about the majority of it.
Right.
I mean, am I right?
No, you're right.
I mean, so now he's telling the police they should have immunity. Well, he don't have to give it to them. Look. If they commit a crime, all you gotta do is pardon them.
That's
You know
all
what
he
I
has to
said,
do.
right?
Yep.
Ain't that immunity?
That's
If they
immunity.
commit a crime, You saw that old boy leading the Proud Boys got locked back up, didn't
Yeah,
he? Hey, but here. So, but like I'm saying, everybody shares right. If anybody should have hate, it should be us for the way that we were mistreated.
exactly. At least, I think what it is, it's the acknowledgement, and uh, people just don't people just don't want to, admit to it that they did, even their ancestors or their great grandfather, that they acted like that, and it's in their blood, it's in their DNA. They just don't want to come out and say it.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. Hey, I remember, I was at work over there at Lowe's, and one black kid asked me, "Man, why do you think they know everything?" I said, "It's in the DNA."
Well, it's in the DNA. Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
hey, this woman across the street. Uh, Sometimes I talk with her, and every time I done shot her down so many times with facts on stuff about Social Security and all other kind of stuff, So one day she told me in a joke with Charles, "You a chauvinist male. Nobody can tell you nothing."
a
So
chauvinist male.
yeah, you know what I told her? Everybody in the community know that, which I don't know nobody. I said everybody in the community know that. You just not finding out. Shit. Hey, which I don't know nobody here. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Hey,
right.
but you know why she was saying that? Because I contradicts her.
Well, I mean, you know, they don't even want to feel like someone know something other than them,
No,
and it's
man.
always been that way. And it always been that way, man. Look, it's that I
Hey,
learned when I was in Oklahoma in 1985 to 1989, and every last one I came across, you try to tell them something, they saying something else. So I I don't even try. I don't even try because it was like, okay, we'll let you find out for
they take
yourself.
you down, man. You remember I told you I was taking that test, and we had to take it 6 months later, and they kept saying you flunked, you gonna be last, and I come out number one. Well, they would think they
Right.
take you down.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm gonna put it like old white supervisor captain said, and this other white guy, they got mad at him at the station, and he would tell what they be saying. Me and the other boy was off, right? So he said that one of them said, "You better be studying them book calls. They reading the same book we are. They can read." Ah, hey,
Ah, Lord, and
hey,
that day you wanted to be a fly on the wall. You would have
yeah,
came to line and said, "Nigga,
hey.
what you talking about? Man,
So
what
he
you talking
he
about?"
said, look. This is what I found out with European people. They always underestimate your intelligence, and you outperform.
Well, I mean,
You
I
remember
just
that
think.
time? You remember that time
Go
we
ahead.
was at the bus barn, and we was in that room with Leah, and she said, "I think my daughter attracted this little black boy to play ball."
Yeah, I remember that.
So
I definitely.
so Deidre and them to me. So are you prejudiced? So I said, "No. Look. This is what I said. I bailed her out. I said, hey, Leah, she's scared what her mama and her brothers, sisters, and brothers and grandpa said she dating him. Yeah. She said that, but she feel the same way.
Exactly.
So
Look,
I bail out by
well,
saying,
I know you're right because look, it's crazy because she asked me, and this is true. Leah asked me, I think her and her daughter and this young man they got a place together, a house together.
wait a minute, hold
And
on. Gee, before you go any further, so she ended up getting with a black guy.
anyway, but it wasn't during that time.
No, it
Okay,
wasn't
but
that time, but she with a black guy now. That's what you saying.
no. This is something because she married. You remember the police officer used to be at
No,
for
I
Fort
tell
Bend named Red.
you
Well,
know
that was it.
you know what I said? Hell no. I probably saw him 100 times, but I don't remember. But go ahead.
But anyway, her daughter started dating this guy. He was working for some plant. right? And he made a lot of money. So they would, got high. But she said, Jason, I want to get them a refrigerator. So I worked at Lowe's, I working at Lowe's. I said, okay, Leah. I said, look, don't buy a brand spanking new and
You
go
talking
get a
about a black
scratching
guy?
dent.
You talking about she was? You talking about a black guy?
She not dating no black guy. She was. I'm finna tell you what the business what she said. What she said again
Okay,
when she was in the little conference room with us.
okay, I got you now.
So, but watch this. To make a long story short, well, I went over there to help them put the refrigerator in. But she needed to be there as well because she wanted her daughter and them couldn't be there for the AT&T guy to come. So the white guy comes, right? And Leah was having me to do something, check something out with something in the room. So Leah is like, she's real close to me on her knee. But the white guy thinking that me and her is in cahoots, and he bring up, I don't think people should be mixing like that. And I looked at
What?
him. Yeah, I mean, bluntly right in my face. And I'm like, man, I'm right here. Like, man, who cares?
That he was president.
Yeah, I'm like, who cares what you think, man? I said, everybody don't think like you. Leah shook her head and she said, oh, wow. She said, oh, Jason, I'm so sorry. I said, what you got to be sorry for?
She got
to. I said, but it wasn't, it was the AT&T guy.
Oh!
It was the AT&T guy, and we were,
You know what?
He wasn't even in the conversation.
Y'all
right? He just
on him for that.
Exactly, and I'm like, man, what it is, it threw me off guard, but I wasn't surprised, y'all. That's what I'm saying.
Man. Was it old?
Right? No, he was like it is probably like late 30s, maybe early 40s. And it was just the way how it's the way how me and Leah like to joke around because we both counselors. And it wasn't no flirting or anything or touching nothing like that. It was just he thought he felt he seen some vibe or something between us. And I'm like, this cat for real. And man, I wasn't gonna let that slide. No, I wasn't gonna let that slide. I ain't let none of that stuff slide when I was in Oklahoma when they used to bluntly call me a nigga or a Negro or a man of color and all that old stuff. But no, you ain't gonna get. I'm not going to let you just say that to me without, you getting challenged, But, even with my baby now, we don't try to use those words. We like, Jonna, that's a female or a male. Somebody who just got a darker skin tone than your mama or your brother or, something like that. And she understands that. But I have to show the reality part to her. I'm like, this is what they require. Even before daddy had to get a job, I had to put down, black or if I'm Latino. Now, Charles, I just put down prefer not to answer the question. That with loans or I don't even answer that question.
You know what it's for, man. Hey,
yeah, but you asked for the ID.
They profile.
To send me right, but you asked me to send a picture of my driver license. Of course, it's going to say black. Even I put down, I prefer not to answer. Well, you don't need to ask for you just look at my social security number. That's all you need to look at.
What happened?
So I just
about that ICE job.
Man, look, but look, no, they not yet. I just said that because the lady did tell me. She said, if they don't call you, that means you still being looked at. If they would tell us, which was geo security, because they contract with ICE, they said ICE would tell us yay or nay. If they tell us no, we're going to send you a letter through FedEx in an envelope, huge envelope, saying, sorry, we, failed to regret we won't be able to get the job or we looking somewhere else. I haven't got that letter yet. And they did tell me with a federal job, it could take up to a year and a half. So I just
well, I tell you, they do deed background.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I
know that. But I'm gonna say
no, because they would have been did something or said something in the sense of sending me a letter. Well, I ain't got no warrants. I ain't never been in trouble with the with the law besides tickets, who don't get speeding tickets and stuff like that, you know. But otherwise, did I did any threats? No. I'm sure they know I got a podcast now. I already know they know that, you know. But again, you know,
God,
that's why I do the disclaimer, y'all. So, you know, but I mean, on the for real, this is the stuff. And like I said, I'm 57. I know you older than me. I got 2 other brothers, and I got 4 older sisters. So, and I've seen a lot and heard a lot. And then definitely when my granddad was alive, hell, I wasn't but like 7 years old when he passed away. But hell, I can, you know, I was a person that got good memory. And when he used to tell me stories when we used to go over there in the summertime, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. Stuff that he would tell me. You know, as a kid, you know, I was like, man, y'all had to go through that, granddaddy. But dad, I mean, granddaddy, why you just didn't fight back, or you know, did you have a gun? I would just, you know, I would as a kid just saying like y'all couldn't defend yourself, couldn't do none of that stuff. Now how
man,
you can
hey man,
you could even defend yourself?
man, it's sad. It's sad, sad, sad how these people can be saying God blessing them.
No.
That's the biggest fuck. I mean, that's the biggest lie ever been perpetrated.
Well, but what it is, Charles, is you hiding behind God. And I know God, and that why you always, when we always had this conversation, I just said, man, I just believe God ain't said nothing to nobody.
Hey,
Y'all come up with your own theory about who God is, and then you sit there and put him in the front of your BS, and you kill people, you rob them, you took they,
man, I mean, mistreating,
really children, women,
mistreating the most precious. They did the same. They did the same thing with children, rape children, kill kids. Look, man. So what you expect? I mean, like I said, I get mad at these Sambo coons running around here, talking about this man ain't no raising President Trump. Look. Watch this. Got up there and did away with all black holidays and come back. Somebody got in his ear and he had some for a black holiday at the White House. And guess what he did? Get up there, say he gonna build statues of Frederick Douglass, Kobe Bryant, Martin Luther King,
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jordan. Look. In other words, gonna put a garden of statues. This Negro sitting here cutting out all black rights, and then look,
we don't need no statue. Them people, man, look here, man.
They dead.
People dead. No, I don't. Look, man, dead people can't do nothing.
And boy, you know, and look, and sit up there and ask them, Sambo Coons again, that should I run in 28? And they all saying yes and screaming and hollering.
But did he fight all them generals and them senators?
Yeah, he did all that.
Come on, man. Come on.
But I'm gonna tell you on that. But look. I'm gonna tell you on that. Remember, when Biden got in, he put the black man Austin where he fired the man Trump had. So they can do that. I knew they do that.
Right.
Yeah, Biden didn't keep Trump, General. You get my point. So
right.
Yeah. So
but I know they bring their own people. That's for even at the job where I'm at.
I ain't got no issue with that. But look, man, Trump don't have a black person in his cabinet. One dude he did with Dr. Ben Cardin over housing. You know,
right? But the man ain't he a brain surgeon or a heart surgeon or something like that?
Man, I see that Negro man Ben Cardin like he's slow. You ever see him when he's talking? I'm like, oh man,
but you put him over housing, and the man is a medical something, man.
That's a slap in the face.
Right, that's an insult.
And then put another black guy over housing this time. Not them two that was out there on the front line, Byron Donaldson and Mr. Ed, Tim Scott. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Tim Scott.
Man.
Hey, man.
Well, you see the new I'm sorry, the new FBI director.
Really?
Yeah, he. I mean, I just seen his picture
I know
today,
you're talking
this
about
morning.
Cash Patel. He one of them bootlickers. Got all these conspiracies, man, about
Man, I said this cat, man, he just really cutting up, man. But
hey,
hey,
this what I
this,
don't this what I don't get about this. To tell you this stuff is bull crap. Look, Trump get convicted in a blue state and come out and tell the maggot brains that it was rigged against him. They don't like me, and they follow.
well,
You know what I say? In other words, you committed crimes, and he said it's rigged. They don't like me. I'm like, every time the news say something, and if it's not in a positive light of you, it's fake news. I don't want this kind of person be no
yeah,
good for me, man.
yeah, yeah. It's
It's sad,
man,
man.
you know, it's like we still continue to go through this cycle.
It ain't changing,
Uh,
man.
and that's why I said what I said. I said I just choose not to participate in it no longer because once you see it happen, when you say, okay, I'm gonna engross myself in this process, this community process, this voting process,
But
this getting involved process, and guess what? And you said I'm 20 years deep in, and nothing really have changed. They just use a different frosting. They scrape one frosting off, put in another flavor, and then they do it every 4 years. They put new frosting in it to try to make it look good, taste good, but deep down the cake is still rotten.
well, look, man. I'm gonna say this, man. Uh, just like in politics, you got to look. Government ain't never done nothing for me and you because we've always worked and did our own. Okay,
Right.
you got lower income people, food stamp, welfare. White people get more welfare from than any people, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, when they try to argue with a fool on that when
Hey,
they swapping down,
what,
and I don't even honestly, I don't even entertain when I hear that stuff, even on my Instagram or whatever. They would tell me, oh, they need to get it. I'm like, man, you don't even know, don't do the research. First of all, he must don't know that most black people got too much pride. We don't even want to get on that stuff. We just too proud of our folks. But you hold that thought, Charles. We're going to be back on the Very Opinionated Show. We are back here live with the Very Opinionated Show with Jay, the I Am, your host, and my friend, Brother Charles. Man, look, all I know is I have learned a lot. I have experienced a lot just, with racism myself. You know, uh, I think, when people begin to talk when you talk about racism, they think, oh, it's a real delicate uh, conversation. To me, it's not. Why? It's a part of everyday life for me. I can't speak for nobody else. If you ain't never really experienced racism, maybe this conversation is not for you. But for those who have to experience it every day, we talking about from the job to the grocery store,
I
picking up
don't.
your kid from the school, stopping at the gas pump, or just hell walking in the neighborhood. If you don't experience, I mean, if you ain't the one experiencing that, well, this conversation is really
Well, honestly,
not for you.
man, I'm not experiencing that at this point. Like,
No, I mean, I'm
but,
just
but
saying, just growing up,
But I
but
think you talking about if you never look, if I go to Lowe's, Home Depot, I don't experience that. But look, what you're saying is that I don't have to experience. I can tell your mannerism how you are.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's and I think that's the main thing because
They
some
don't have to
people
call me an N-word.
right. Man, and you know I do because I look, man, we was in Memorial City Mall and we went in one of those visible changes to get some information. And it's just this dude that was standing right on the side of me. I guess he had his son or whatever. He wanted to get a haircut. He just came off as one of those type of dudes. I'm not saying that he was, but that was my feeling. And that was I got out of it, you know, because every time I would turn his way, he would look the other way. So I look off. He didn't know I can see him in the reflection in the little mirror or the little glass thing. I'm looking at him looking right on the side of my head, and I'm looking right in the reflection. And then when I turn back towards it, he look off. So I knew there was something because, of course, Snow being from Serbia and
Hey,
blonde hair and all that other stuff.
hold on one second. Hold on one
Okay.
second. Hey, I don't care how you feel about me. The feeling is mutual. All I expect out of you is respect.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't care. I know how you feel.
Man, look. All I know is, Charles, is that this was a good conversation, and I hope the people gonna enjoy it. If you is not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, The Very Opinionated, so hit the subscribe button right there, and you will see it. We're gonna sign off right now,
All right, bro.
and don't hang up, Charles.
Okay.